welcome back to Dental Lab 101. Today we're going to learn another important material in dentistry, which is gypsum. Gypsum is a soft sulfate mineral which is composed of calcium sulfate dihydrate. It is widely mined and is used as a fertilizer and as the main constituent in many forms of plaster, blackboard chalk and wallboard. Gypsum is important as dental material, so today we're going to learn about the uses, structure and the production of gypsum in dentistry.
Gypsum product can be divided into 5 types, which is the impression plaster, the model plaster, the dental stone with high strength, dental stone with high strength and also high expansion. For the impression plaster, it is used to impress the upper denture. For the model plaster, it is used to fill in the flaws that is used to construct a denture. And for the dental stone, it is used to for a study model of the partial denture, constructing the crown and also bridge. And for the dental stone with high strength, it's also used for the cobalt chrome partial denture, crown and also bridge.
Dental gypsum products in the form of powder is composed of 75 to 85% of hemihydrate, either alpha or beta form, 5 to 8% of dihydrate, 5 to 8% of soluble and insoluble hemihydrate, 4% of impurities and 4% of anti-expanding agents. And type of gypsum products such as impression plaster and model plaster, that is type 1 and type ADA type 1 and ADA type 2, is composed of beta hemihydrate, while dental stone such as type 3 and type 4 is composed of alpha hemihydrate.
Meat powder. When water is added to the powder, they form a wax-slurry mixture. The system subsequently hardens. This produces monoclinic crystal and teeth.
To adjust the setting time of gypsum product, we have accelerator and retarders.
So the function of accelerator is to speed up the hardening of a gypsum product. So the example of accelerator used in gypsum product is calcium sulfate dihydrate, sodium chloride and also potassium sulfate.
The function for retarders are to slow down the hardening of gypsum product. There are 3 examples of retarders. The first one is borax, the second one is colloid. Example of colloids are gelatin, agar and glue, and the third one is gum arabic, acetates and also citrates.
Now we are going to demonstrate the compressive strength of the 5 types of gypsum product. The first one would be impression plaster. So as you can see here, impression plaster, you only need a very low compressive strength to compress the plaster. The second plaster would be model plaster. Now, more force are required to compress the gypsum product. Now is the third type of gypsum product, which is known as dental stone. So now you can see that dental stone actually has a quite high compressive strength. And now we are going to demonstrate the 4th type of gypsum product, which is dental stone high strength. As you can see now, we require a lot more force compared to the third type of gypsum product. Now is the last type of the gypsum product, which is known as dental stone, high strength, high expansion. Now, a significant increase of compressive strength is needed in order to compress the dental stone, which is of high strength and high expansion.
Today demonstration, we're gonna use plaster of Paris, dental stone, and dental stone with high strength, low expansion.
For plaster of Paris, the first step is we pour the water inside the bowl and we put the plaster of Paris and we mix the powder and water together by using the spatula thoroughly and to make sure that there's no air bubble. For a better result, we need to sprinkle the powder to the water within 30 seconds to allow any air trap within the powder to escape, and it will reduce the bubble in the final mix. As you all can see, before it's set, the surface appear glossy.
The mixing process for dental stone and dental stone with high strength and low expansion are the same with plaster of Paris, where we need to add in water and powder together and mix them thoroughly by using the spatula. Make sure that there's no air bubble trap. For high strength stone, we need to measure accurately the amount of powder and liquid.
During the initial setting time, we can see that it lost its surface gloss and it is semi-high and still can be carved. And during the final setting time, it is high and difficult to carve.
This is the appearance of the three impression materials after the final setting time. Now we're gonna see the effect of powder-water ratio to the setting time. First, we're gonna use 1 cup of powder, POP, and half cup of water. We use the same technique of mixing the powder and the water. Next, we're gonna use half cup of water and half cup of powder. And again, we use the same technique of mixing.
The first mixture, which has high powder-water ratio, set faster than the other.
Vacuum mixer also can be used as it sucks the air, thus helps eliminating the air bubbles.